Now, guys, are all leap years even numbers? All leap years are even numbers. Yep, all leap years are even numbers. So the definition of a leap year is that leap year is every 4 years. And since 4 is an even number, leap year has to be an even number. Okay? Now, that means I will create a nested if condition right here. If it's an even number, I will now check, because it's an if within an if. If year is completely divisible by 4, then I will say it is a leap year. Otherwise, I will say it is not a leap year. Okay? So if I enter 1500, it's an even number. Okay? And it says it's a leap year. We will see if that is true or not in just a minute. Okay, let's see. Year 2000, even, and it's a leap year. Okay, let's say year 1502. It's even, but it's not a leap year. Now, there is a little bit of a tricky part in this process. Every 4th year is a leap year if it is not a century year. Okay? Every 4th year is a leap year if it is not a century year. If it is a century year, then a different rule kicks in. And what is the rule for a century year? It has to be completely divisible by 400. Okay, that's the rule for the century year. How do you figure out if it's a century year? Okay, we have to see if the entered year is completely divisible by 100 or not, right? Okay, so we're going to make another choice. If year is completely divisible by 100, that means it's a century year, right? It's a century year. So if it is a century year, we will now see that if it is completely divisible by 400, I know it's getting a little bit complicated, right? But concentrate on the logic. If the year is completely divisible by 100, I now need to check to see if it is completely divisible by 400. If it is, then it's a leap year. Otherwise, it's not. If it is not a century year, then the rest of the program will fall under that. So now for year 1500, it is even. However, it's not a leap year. But for year 2000, it is even, and it is a leap year. So in this one short, brief example, we learn about many things. We learn about if condition. We learn about if else. We learn about nested if. We learn about checking the condition inside an if condition using arithmetic operators. So we have lots of things that we learn here. And we went into the 3 levels of if conditions: even, century year, and leap year. Even, non-century year, leap year.